Hey, Peter, can we get an interview?
Yeah, sure, why not?
All right, sweet.
Thanks, man.
No problem.
I have some questions to ask you.
Alright, what do you got here for me, boss?
Do you think it's worth it to go to college?
I'd have to say in the long term it would be. Maybe not like 50 years ago, I probably would have a different answer because you could get away with not going to college, but I think a college degree in order to get a job is a lot more vital these days.
Second question to ask you. With the rising costs of college education, even higher than the inflation rates in the U.S., how much do you think college should cost?
Honestly, I think college should cost what someone's willing to pay for it. I'm a
So
proponent.
you're very Republican-esque.
In that way, yeah.
I understand.
Yes, I am. I think private schools should be able to charge what they want to charge. The public sector, I do believe there should be some government interference or some government subsidy to help lower the cost of college.
Hey, Aiden, could we interview you for a second?
Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, those are pretty good.
I agree.
Do you think it's worth it to go to college?
I do.
And why do you believe that?
Well, there's less risk once you get into the job market. You know, if you don't go to college, you can either go into the trades or something that isn't very well paying, unless you like inherit a business or do something with like some entrepreneurship. But that's kind of risky. Doesn't always work. There's more security in a college education.
Because, yeah, you have that intellect and...
Yeah, it's a little more proven on paper that you're capable of doing work. Also, the chicks and... No, I'm just kidding.
And I have a second question for you. How much do you think college should cost? Because the college costs have been rising. Do you think they're out of control? Do you think we need to manage them? Or what's your opinion on that matter?
Well, I think if you look at the global market for education, I mean, I don't know if we're the highest paying, but I know compared to a lot of other countries, especially in Europe, it's a lot cheaper to go to school there. It's only like a couple thousand
Exactly.
for the entire year. But then again, I mean, a college here can't just like scrap it and say, hey, we're gonna model ourselves off the European schools because then they're not gonna survive in our economy. That being said, I think it can definitely use some restructuring. I'm from Pennsylvania, or I live in Pennsylvania currently, and the in-state tuition there is terrible.
Terribly high?
Terribly high. So there's not really, I know like UNC in Virginia, for example, those are schools that are typically like pretty expensive if you're out of state, but in state they're really cheap. Whereas, in state to go to Penn State, it's pretty comparable to go to like UNC.
Do you know which room they're in?
Oh, hey, dude. Hey, can we do a quick interview?
It's hot. Nice to meet
Cody.
you. Do you think it's worth it to go to college? With regards to like return on investment and stuff like that.
I think increasingly you're seeing a lack of return on investment when it comes to going to college, although I think it's entirely evident that we need to encourage people to go to college. I think that all in all, not everyone should go to college because we still need manufacturing jobs and construction jobs and things that, don't necessarily require a college education.
What I have for you is how much do you think college should cost?
Personally, I believe that college should be subsidized by the government. I really
So fully subsidized by the government?
Yeah, I mean the European system in many different European countries, the way they do it is, they are able to subsidize government in terms of a restructuring of our system. We would say, a lot of people say nowadays that Obamacare is going to hurt the medical profession because it's going to drastically reduce the income that they're going to create. And but in America, actually, doctors have the largest salary of any country. Although we have the highest medical school bills, of any country as well. So if we took our European system and subsidize the cost of education.
So you think that would theoretically bring the cost down, if I'm hearing you right?
Yeah,
Correct?
I mean, well,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. All in all, it's worth it for taxpayers to pay the price of education.